One of the staples of Baja is lobster. The dish, the Puerto Nuevo lobster, very famous. A lot of people come to Baja just for the lobster. But it's quite a drive. It's down, the Pacific Highway, the equivalent of the Pacific Highway. So now apparently Puerto Nuevo lobster is coming to TJ, and we're gonna get to try it right now with one of the members of the original founding families that started the Puerto Nuevo village, and we're gonna talk to him right now. He's called Alan. Follow me, folks. Crossing South, coming your way. So tell me, new venture here in this new complex, which looks pretty amazing. What's your intention opening a bistro franchise in this place?
As you know, Jorge, we're from Puerto Nuevo. You know, my grandparents built Lobster Town, and we have a couple of restaurants there for as far as 50 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, so after that, and since Puerto Nuevo being a culinary destination, you know, very famous not only in the region but worldwide, during the pandemic, since we were closed, we cater lobster from Puerto Nuevo to Tijuana. So we delivered during the pandemic directly to the people's homes. So then we started thinking, why don't we open a place down in TJ?
Right.
So that's how the Casa La Langosta, or the Lobster House Bistro, started. And we started looking for places, and we found this incredible place. And I think this is the right place. As you know, restaurants in Puerto Nuevo are pretty classic restaurants and big family restaurants, maybe one-story, two-story buildings. And what we're working now is to adapt to the new customer. So there's a lot of people coming here, and not all of them have 2 hours to go to Puerto Nuevo to get great lobster and come back. A bistro means it's come from a German word that was used in the Second World War in France, which means small and quick restaurant. You can almost say fast food, but with quality.
Of course, quality, classy, fast food.
That's right.
And what was brought out sure fits the description, folks. Small, quick, and high quality. And as for how the food looks on the way to my table, I'm giving it a 10 for visuals. Hey folks, quick interruption, travel tip right now. When you cross to Mexico, your insurance does not cover you when you drive down. So one of the people you can call are the guys from Baja Bound Insurance. They're a new sponsor of the show, but we've known them for over 10 years. Even before they were our sponsors, we were using them when we're crossing south for our vehicles. They even got us out of trouble when we got into a little fender bender for crossing south for real. This is no joke. So use them, Baja Bound Insurance. We're giving them a shout out. Hope you use them, and hope they help you too. Okay, so this is the racket Alan's got going here. This guy knows what he's doing. This is the gateway drug for Puerto Nuevo, if there was ever one. I mean, look at this spread. I am genuinely excited. We're gonna get started, and you need to know what all this is, and I'm gonna tell you right now. If you look at this just looks so beautiful. This is a bread bowl, right, with clam chowder in it, octopus sopes, this lobster sandwich, which is called a lobster roll. So it's a brioche bread, al gratin. It has that melted cheese on top, filled with lobster. It's got some coleslaw, veggies in there. He serves it with this serrano cream aioli kind of sauce, ketchup for the fries. But I mean, look at this monster right here. The melted cheese is blocking basically all the lobster that's in there. So let me just pull back the curtain a little bit. The flesh right there. Oh yes, it's time to come home to daddy. All right, this is wider than my mouth. I need to do that classic Jorge Menaz jaw dislodging maneuver. All right. That tasted literally as good as we saw it. The lobster is so juicy. It's so, oh my goodness. Okay, so this is a really nice twist on the sope. I don't know if you've had the classic Mexican sope. It's classical fritanga, fried corn patty, and then they put normally, beans and meat and cream and all the classic stuff that Mexican cuisine has. But this is the seafood Puerto Nuevo twist on the sope. This right here is seasoned Puerto Nuevo octopus. It's vinegar, onions there. It's literally under a bed of Puerto Nuevo beans, which if you've been to Puerto Nuevo and you had the beans, you know it's a thing. You know it's a thing. So, It's a good sope. It's a very good ambassador for the sope. I've never had an octopus sope before, and it's very well seasoned. If you had chorizo, it's a very typical Mexican sausage used in breakfast menus and so on. But if you ever cooked with chorizo, chorizo is greasy, so there is residue, so just be known. But it's a very good representative for the sope. You know, if you've ever been to Boston, you're near the subway, you're gonna hear unmistakably a streetcar vendor go and tell you, get your chowder. So this is your chowder right here, but this is not your Bostonian chowder. It's seasoned, it seems very Italianly seasoned on a bread bowl. This bread bowl is artisanal bread bowl made in TJ. So this is not industrial made, this is not something from the store. And he's got his bread bowl with the chowder. And I would say chowder is like one of my dishes. So far, creaminess is looking good. It's not too dense, which is fine. I like them both. I like them when they're like this creamy, and when they're like even thicker. I'm okay with both, but I'm just a chowder fan. But what I do like is the amount of like seafood that you see in it. That's a very good amount. Look at that. Look at the strands of cheese coming out. Like I said, I'm partial to clam chowder. One spoonful was enough to tell you that this is delicious. This is a delish dish. Recommended, folks. Recommended dish. Get the bread bowl. Look at this. I keep shoveling seafood out. It's not the same as the other one. This ain't your chowder. This is your lobster bisque. Look at it with chunks of lobster and melted cheese, au gratin, you know, swimming here. Look at that. Creamy lobster bisque. All right. We can go home, put the kids to bed. I have seen enough. I have seen enough in this earth. It's creamy, it's chunky, it's hearty, it's delicious. Okay, and now here you have your classic. The classic Puerto Nuevo lobster, which is right here. If you go to Red Lobster, lobster does not taste like your Puerto Nuevo lobster. That's all I can say. And this is the presentation. Normally you go to Puerto Nuevo, everything's on the same bowl. So here he just has a little different presentation. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so you have your butter. You see it glisten. It's time for it to come home. It never tasted better. This is the classic Puerto Nuevo mouthful, and Alan has made it available at his bistro restaurant here in TJ. No longer have to go all the way to Puerto Nuevo to get this. Hey, you watching this show, I'm glad you liked the video. Now, if you could please like the video and subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on notifications. It really helps a lot. If you like Baja, if you like what you're doing, if you want us to make more videos, please help us. Thank you. Enjoy Baja. Crossing South, crossing South, crossing South.